you go. Perhaps this is better now. We can, I don't know, can you, I turned it up. Let me know if you can hear me. Because I can hear me, but I need to know if you can hear me. Drop a one in the chat if you can, and if you can't, drop a two. Let me know. Uh-oh. How about now? Is that a little better? Oh, that's crispy now. Yeah. Hey, I'm still learning technology. Clearly, you can tell, right? um, so how's everybody doing? Everybody's doing good? Let me do, if anybody wants to, Shea Butter. I see you. I'll drop the link in the chat. If anyone wants to come on up and share their testimony, let me know and we'll get it started. Because, we've been hearing about testimonies actually all week. Anot gave her testimony today with her work and moving. Oh, um, yes. Thank you, mixed genre. See, I don't think that way, but thank you for reminding me. Let me go to Discord because I have to get inside the chat with you guys. Invite, copy link, and we're gonna go here and like that, and there's the Discord link for anyone. Hi, Cyber. Let me just, because I have my iPad now, I can use that to get here so we can see everybody in the chat. So if I look away, I'm not looking away from you, I'm just looking at the chat. Because there's a delay in the chat for StreamYard, but I see it right away on my iPad. So, who wants to start? And which ones can I give you? The latest ones that I can say for myself would have to be people who are coming for coaching to better utilize the law. I'm seeing more and more of that. I'm also seeing my channel, my reach grow for people having access to the law and learning it from this channel. I'm seeing that. What else am I seeing? Because those are specific things. And the other specific thing that I did ask for was the ability to be able to say something to someone and have it be like that double-edged sword, because it's hot. It cuts right through you, but you change right there. And then because the law has come alive for you, that is something I've asked for. And that is something I'm seeing, not just in other people, but in myself. Like when I get this, I guess you want to call it a wave of understanding. I guess you can call it that. But yes, Anot gave her testimony. There's more testimonies coming, but everybody's getting used to the idea of speaking in public or, So if you're ready, and because I know the better man, I know you're here. You're here and you want to share your testimony of how you got your house. Hey, how you manifested your house. Jump on in here because I think this is something people are going to want to hear. But that's what's so beautiful about doing a testimony. When you go to church, you do a testimony. Well, the reason for that is it's a way to edify other people. And one of my things for me, where's my notebook? Right there. I should have my notebook in my lap so I could show you things. For me, how I do it is when I know what I want, I get out my pencil and paper and I use the law of polarity and I say, okay, I'm here. I want to be over here. And so I write down the steps in between, right? For instance, I've been sitting on my laurels for a bit. And yeah, I audition and I narrate books. Yes. But because I love narration so much, I said, you know what? I want to have more exposure as a narrator. Okay. So, and I got out my pen and paper and I said, okay, what do I do? So I said, okay, I'm here, meaning not very many people know that I narrate. And over here is, oh, be going Miss Worldwide with narration. So I wrote it down. And I said, okay, so what's my next step from those two things? Audition more. Okay, so how many more platforms can I get onto? How many books can I read? Because I got the idea. You see, the thing is, when you write things down, I know people say you write things down, they happen faster. I say when you write something down, you see where you are. And then you see the steps you have to take in between to keep you focused in the direction of the desired outcome because it's already there. And so I said, okay, so let me do that. And sure enough, I got the idea, Angela, why don't you do your YouTube channel? So my YouTube channel is Angela the Narrator. I just did it today. And I have a link in there for all the stuff I've done under my name. I did not post my pen name because you don't know the pen name. Pen name is for things that are, language, right? And I said, all right. And then I had the idea, well, why don't you review books? Huh? See, that came. Why did it come? Because I put myself on that paper and I said, where do I need to go? And then that's why I tell people, if you do that, if you put that down on paper by way of the law of polarity, right? And you see where you are and you see where you want to go. Now you are what? You are so focused on the end, you will notice something. You'll notice opportunities. You'll notice opportunities that you can take advantage of. And that's what I've been doing. So I'm not sitting here telling you something that I don't do. So there's the link again in the chat. Hey, Cyber, I see you. If you want to share your testimony or a testimony, and here again, there is no testimony too big, there's no testimony too small. I think size only matters because we give it that. Oh, this is more important. You know what's important? That you accomplish what you set out to do. That is what is important. Does that make sense? So, where's the better man? I'm going to put him on the spot because his testimony is beautiful. Because he put in the work, right? You see, we can learn the law. We can practice the law, but we have to be faithful with it. You just have to keep doing it every single day. Like I told these guys this morning, for patience. You have to be patient. You're not patient because you're twiddling your thumbs. You're patient because you are doing what? You're using the law of polarity and you're doing the action steps every single day that keep you where? Focused in the direction of your outcome. Does that make sense? So there. I'll wait for you. Okay, that's fine as long as I know you're coming. The better man says he's at work, so he'll jump on when he's ready. But the link is there. Oh, mixed genre. Okay, mixed genre. I'm gonna propose something for you. Would you like to volunteer and be the administrator to handle those things? I don't know. I'm just going to throw it out there because I've never done it before. So I will look into it and see, right? So that way now I'm saying, okay, I got to keep myself more organized because now I'm on Discord now. So here's what we've done. Monday through Friday, because remember I said I want to be more organized. So I'm setting up my schedule. I'm using the law of polarity. Every single day I use it. So I said, okay, every Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, I'm online for morning inspiration. Nighttime guided meditation, I now have that streamlined to be what? A premiere. Okay? That's what that is. Now, Monday nights, I'm with Lance for Bible stories. Tuesday nights now, I'll be doing getting into the sensation where we have the bowl again. You see? So that's every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Because that takes you almost right up until nighttime guided meditation. So we can do that hour in there before you get ready for nighttime guided meditation if you wanted to do it that way. Um, but I've got Tuesdays sorted. So now Monday through Friday, and I have Monday nights and Tuesday nights sorted. See, I told you. All I do is use the law. So I wrote that down. It looks like a to-do list. It really does. But I said, I want to be more organized. Who's organized? Me. I can't manage time. I have to manage me. So now I'm looking at, okay, why Discord? What are we going to be doing on Discord? You see, these are things, and so not Linktree, right? Um, Son of a man. Wow. Mixed genre, really? Well, you see what I mean? Here's an example. You guys just saw a manifestation play out, just so you know, because I said I want to be more organized, right? And so I'm using the law of polarity to get me there. I just told you, if you use the law of polarity, you will begin to see, and what are you going to see? You're going to see opportunities that you should take advantage of. Now, mixed genre is all in this chat telling me about Linktree to organize all my links. Listen, the law is magnificent in that it will keep you as long as you stay focused. Because if you think about it, people say, well, I need a sign. A not girl. Let me drop that link in the chat. Then people say, oh, I need a sign. If you stay focused, yeah, the sign shows up. It's not even a sign, because it's not a, oh, perhaps you should do this. No, it is right along the pathway of what you are doing. I say my pathway is organization. Here is mixed genre. Now she's telling me use Linktree. Understand? Okay. A not? Oh, Soul of a Man is also here. Soul of a Man?
Hey, how you doing? Let me
Can you
see.
guys hear me? Oh,
I can't.
yeah, there you go. There's your sound. I hear you now. Can everybody hear Soul of a Man? If you can hear Soul of a Man, you drop a one in that chat for us. And then I'll
I'm
mute
not.
myself so he can go. And then
Okay.
A Not is next. A Not, you hold tight. I'm coming, baby. Oh, she's in the store. Okay. Soul of a Man, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Hey, how you do? Well, I just wanted to say how are you, and I just wanted to check in, real quick, see, see how you were doing, and see how everything is going on with you, and just to again give you your flowers because you're doing great work out here, for the people, and it's really needed. And I think I saw the title. I think I saw something about manifestation, something like that. I think along with understanding laws, people have to understand generally their power, so that you can put so that you can put two and two together. And once you do that, because some people are spiritually stronger than others, but once you have the mindset of who you are and what you can do, then it turns out a whole lot better for you in the short run and in the long run. Because this is a very powerful, very very powerful year to speak things into existence. Also to put a lot of action into naturally what you want. And and how you move and all of that good stuff. But you're on an amazing track for success. I just wanted to let you know that you're on an amazing track for success, man. So so just yeah, I just wanted to say that. And so just keep doing what you are doing, ma'am. And and yeah, and I'll just leave that at that.
Thanks so very much for sharing today, Soul of a Man. Greatly appreciated. Thank
No,
you.
no problem.
Yeah. Well, ain't not. Let's get you. Let's get you in the mix, baby.
Yes, I'm still on the clock, but it's all good. Right, right, Dave. So I don't know when I put in for my transfer, and I think it was what last the beginning of this month.
Mhm.
Was that correct, Angela? Did I put in my transfer the
I think
position in
so.
Virginia?
Yeah,
Okay,
because that's when we
so
spoke. Yeah.
Virginia is here trying to imitate what we have at my job in New York. So when I go down there, I'll be like really just transitioning to the same position that I'm doing here, but warmer weather. And that's what I wanted was warmer weather. And my job said, we're going to send you down there, expense all paid for. And I was trying to, like I said, I was trying to figure it out when I was going to go down there for my birthday, which is in April. And they said, you know what? We will send you down your week of your birthday, all paid in full. Do you want to drive or do you want to fly? So I said, fly, of course. Rental, hotel, and then to see if I like it. So it's not even written in stone until I say it, you know? So that was a blessing. I don't have to use my vacation time. I got my vacation time still, and I get to choose if I want to take the position or not. And if it wasn't for Positively Angela, Dr. Angela, I wouldn't have stuck to the 21 day, now 90 day. So I'm really happy. And I still doing my yoga early in the morning, 2:45 a.m. and be at the work at 5:30.
Nice. Wow. You see what I mean? You put in the work. That's why you are successful. You learned the law and you practice the law. And you are bringing it to life. That's it. Because you're faithful.
Yes,
That's what you did. All I did was tell you, here's the law, and you were like, hit the ground running. You did it, and you're doing it every single day. Now nobody can come and tell you, you don't. Nothing is. You can't get these things done. Nobody can tell you that because you know because you've done it firsthand for yourself.
right, correct. Now I just got to start doing the guitar lessons.
But that's the thing. You applied the law in how many different places? Learning guitar is a piece of cake.
Yes. So
That's right.
I know I can do it.
You can.
And I want to thank you again. I'm sweating to death because I was outside in the sun.
I understand.
So
Yes. All right.
thank
Well,
you so
thank you.
much.
You are so welcome, and thank you very much again for sharing.
Okay.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Much love. You see, guys? You see? I knew. Listen, it was exciting when I heard the story in the chat. But when she shared the story in person, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. She's an absolutely amazing woman. She really, truly is. And every day she puts in the work. That's the difference between you and somebody else is just the level of work. It's nothing more. It's just the level of work. We have this within us at every single turn, and how it is. I can't tell you, you know. I'm just dropping that link there. Just bear with me. But does that make sense, everybody? And yes, mixed genre, he is. Soul of a Man, absolutely amazing. I met him on Fanbase. Um, a little while ago, like maybe, I think he's been one of the first people. Shea Butter also. I met her on Fanbase. And everybody's come, yeah, they've come over, but that's why testimonials are here, Shay, but darling, because they're supposed to reinvigorate you, to show you that all that is required is that faithfulness, those faithful steps that you take. Because people think manifestation is this what you call it, magical thing. All of these things, what did she say? What did they ask her? You want to fly or you want to drive? Come on, man. what? What? And paid? And for her birthday? And the only thing that really truly started this situation was wanting to get away from the cold weather, the sun. That's what she wanted. But now listen, remember when Neville Goddard, when Abdullah said to Neville, you are in Barbados and you went first class. Well, that's what it is with Anot. Transferred, and let me tell you, I am going to venture to guess. Not even guess, but I'm going to venture to say this because I'm feeling a little bit bold because Shea Butter says she's fired up. I'm feeling a little bit bold. Dare I say there's a promotion in there? But you heard it here first. So when that next testimony comes around, I'm waiting to hear it. All right? I'm waiting to hear it. The better man is here, y'all. Hold up.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. And you?
I'm pretty good. To start my testimonial, I like to say I was seeking knowledge, and a teacher appeared. I first met Angela on the Lance Scurv show, and the type of things she was saying, her language was strange to me, but I knew it was something unique about it, and I knew it was beneficial to me. So I asked her, "Where did you get that stuff from? How do you know this?" And she was like, "The KYBALION." I'm like, "What's that?" And she sent me the link of the book. I started reading it. Then I ordered the book for myself. And I didn't understand it. I would get confused. So I would ask her questions. She would help me with it. And when I started to get it, I started to understand what's going on, what people doing, why they act how they act. So the learning that I learned was reactive versus proactive. I can see what people are doing and predict how they are and going to be, but I didn't know how to use the law to work for myself. So I would get stuck. And after talking to Angela, she was like, you could go with the Bible, say, action shall be given. And that's the law of mentalism. And then went to the law of correspondence and different laws. And I thought one was more important than the other. Then I realized all work together. So then I said, what do I want? I said, I want a house. I started imagining it, picturing the house, how do I want to build a fireplace with a TV in it, and things like that. And then I start trying to qualify for a house. And surprisingly, I qualified for a whole lot more than I thought I would be able to. And when I got the real estate agent, the lady would just open the door and don't say nothing. Let me walk in and walk. She said, walked in and walked out. That was it. I saw something that I liked, which was an assumption. And the lady didn't do nothing. She didn't do anything in the right direction. But I still held on to the manifestation. I still visualized myself in a house. So anyway, I went to the bank to say, well, if I can get a loan to put down on an assumption, we take over payments. And I told the problem I had, and she gave me her real estate. And this man, he worked harder than me in getting me a house. He dealt with the lender. He helped me put my bank statements together. He did all the work. All I did was sit back. And when we had snags where it wasn't going to go through, I would say, well, maybe this is not the one that I want, but I knew I was going to get a house. And at the last, the final day, I went to close and I got the house. And I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I know it was done. And he told me I needed $14,000 to put down. I didn't know how to get the money. And come to find out, my job has a 401k for you, whether you apply for it or not. And I found out I had the money in the 401k. So sometimes I realize when you ask for what you want and you get it, you may not know the steps that's going to happen. Well, how am I going to get this out? And I manifested it, but the money popped up unbeknownst to me. I didn't know when he said I needed 14,000 something to put down, or else that wasn't it. I was stuck. Oh, man. Then I got my job, asked me about the 401k stuff. I said, well, I didn't sign up for it. So he said, no, you don't have to sign up. They give it to you. And and then I found out I got the money. And on the very last day where they're going to drop the deal, I went to closing on February 28th. And I signed the documents. And I got the keys. And I was in there. So I realized manifestation do work. There's going to be a part within the manifestation wherein it seemed like it's not going to work. But you got to hold your faith. You got to know that it's going to work because you claimed it. And it happened. And I realized the thing is, don't worry about the small details with that. Just go ahead and decide what you want and get more detail with it, envision it, and act like it's already there and have that feeling and then leave it alone. And that's what do it. The times when it seems like it's not going to happen, you don't even worry about it because that faith is strong once you do the manifestation. And that's my testimony.
You see, this is why I love it. Thank you so very much, the better man, for sharing with us today and re-inspiring us as well. Both you and Anot, like this is what I mean when I tell people, right? You must stay focused on it, right? You don't worry, you don't fret, you don't try and figure it out, right? I was thinking of you the other day because I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. But this is the power that you hold within yourself, the same power that the soul of a man was mentioning earlier. People need to be reminded of how powerful they are. And that's why, listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the better man didn't worry. He wondered about things. He would message me and say, okay, well, how do I get past this? We all get into those positions where we say, oh no, what do I do? Am I wrong? You know, because remember, he met with a snag and it didn't look like it was going to happen. And he was like, well, maybe this isn't the one for me. But what did he do? He still persisted that his house was his house. Hey, Cynthia, right? That is what he persisted in. Anot persisted in the fact that, look, man, this cold weather, I'm ready for a new chapter in my world. And she had to figure out, well, do I need a new job? Do I do this? Do I do that? No. The job opened up in such a way that she could transfer it. This is the how of the thing. And listen, if she wasn't focused, if the better man did not stay focused, if they did not stay focused, they would have missed opportunities. You see, where was the money going to come from? How your employer going to have a 401k for you? Coincidence? You know as well as I know that coincidences don't exist. Only the law is. And so these things may have seemed far-fetched. Ain't nothing wrong with your voice, honey. Use the law. If you don't like it, what would you like? You want to go from quite like a shy voice to one that is more robust and more confident? Well, then you practice speaking in front of the mirror every day. That's how you will get that confidence. Huh? Think about this. You can look anybody in the eye and tell them how everything unfolded for you. That is what that confidence is, because you know what you've done. See how confidence is just right there for you? Always. Ah, Shea Butter. Yes. So that's why I say all testimonies are relevant. Whether you think it might be small, or you you think, oh, it's not significant. No, you're the one who wants it. Thus, it is significant to you. Make sense? This is the point. This is the point. I'm reading you, M. She says, owning a home is a great desire of mine. You have a ton of circumstances stacked against you, income, credit. All right. Here's the thing we talked about this morning with patience. While you are waiting, prepare the way, which means, I know here in Canada we have things like Borrow Well. They help you to get your credit on track. If you pay rent, you can add that to your credit report and build your points that way, right? There's so many things that you can do. There's so many things you can do, yeah, to get yourself prepared. The better man said what? Well, just try you to text me, Anot, or to text here in the chat. You just let me know, because my phone is charging, so I can't see text at the minute. But the better man said what? He said he knew he wanted the house, so he started to do things. So that means getting your credit ready. That means saving and investing your money in things that will give you a good dividend return, so that you can build your down payment, right? Because I know, as someone who's self-employed, right, as you are, M, the rules are much more. However, but that's the thing. Nobody's asking you to conceive of it being easy or hard. All you're being asked to do is to know that that is what you want. So you go from tenant to homeowner. What's in there? You need more clients? Okay, you need more clients. What are you going to do to get more clients? What kind of exposure do you need to get more clients? All the while, now that you're working on getting more clients, get your credit, pay your bills on time and in full. Right? That's step 3, 4. More clients, pay your bills on time. Look to see if there are any other benefits that surround your area, meaning there are some programs that offer things for first-time home buyers. Look to see what you qualify for. And the reason why I say that to you, M, is this. Then you are focused on the fact that you're moving from tenant to homeowner. When you're moving from there and you're putting those steps in between, you now become more and more aware of different opportunities that are available to you that may not have showed themselves because you weren't looking to become a homeowner. Seek and you shall find. Melissa's in the house. Ain't not, of course. Look, let me Fetty in the chat. Because when you accomplish by way of law what it is, that's why we cheer you on. To let you know you're doing it. Keep going. That's why we cheer each other on. You understand? That's why this community is here. That's why this community is here, because when you're part of something, just like in the Bible, when God told Moses, as long as you keep your hands up, the children of Israel will prevail and you'll win. That's what God told Moses. Moses started to get tired and his hands would falter. So then the children of Israel, they would falter in the war. So Aaron came along and said, I'm going to hold your hands up for you. That's why we are in this community, to hold each other's arms up when we want to get tired. We remind each other that the law is always working and working in our favor. Well, it can't be working against you because all things, all created things are governed by law. So it's never going to work against you. The law always works in your favor. Always. The law always works in your favor. How do you know the law is working in your favor? Because you think. The all is mind. The universe is a mental creation. As within, so without. Everything vibrates between two poles, a swing to and fro, creating a rhythm, an ebb and a flow. Every cause has its effect, and every effect its cause. A projection of the will, masculine, giving life, giving form, feminine. We are governed by those 7 principles. Why? Because without that governance of those 7 principles, we fall into chaos. And we don't know our tops from our bottoms, yes? But when we recognize that that law is there, the law does not restrict you from doing a single thing. It does not tie your hands. It sets you free. So when you recognize that that is what the law is doing for you, now you know the law is not against you. The universe is not against you. So instead of walking around saying everything always works in my favor, know why it works in your favor. It works in your favor because you are governed by the law that keeps all things together. So it keeps you together. It keeps me together. That's what we've got. Right? That's what we've got. So now you know today that the law is always working in your favor. You just simply need to apply it. How do you apply the law so that we can all have testimonies? And here's the thing. We all have testimonies, you know. We do. It's just that some of them stand out more than others. Because you know why we say, oh, I didn't know I had one? Because we were busy saying, what a coincidence. Oh, that worked out so easily. But that's your manifestation. That's your testimony. Does that make sense today? This is why if you live your life by way of law, your lifestyle, like Enoch mentioned to you today, the lifestyle. She got her 21-day habit solidified, and now she's on her way to making that her lifestyle. So that if she should do what we call in church backslide, what does she backslide to? The new habit that she just made. She doesn't go back to the old way of being. No. Mixed genre, your passport. All right. Where are you now? You don't have your passport, or it has expired. Where do you want to be? Traveling, which would entail you have a passport. So what's step 3? Step 3 is apply. Right? So application means you got to have the money to pay for your passport. So the money is there. The money is already there for you. Your passport. You say you don't like to wait? Well, perhaps. Because I know some places here still too. I know you can go get your photo done. I think they still let you mail it in as opposed to having to go down to the government office. Look into that. All these things will open up for you if you have this focus of, I don't have it right now, but I want it. So you have to create it. You're creating the pathway for it to come into your existence. It's all right. It's totally all right. Hey, we're all learning in this chat as moderators. Don't worry. We're all learning. But do you see what I'm saying? You don't have a passport. You need one to travel. So that's step 1 and step 2. Step 3 is, do you have the money for this? Do you have your passport photos? To get passport photos, you just go down to any photo place because they have to have specific parameters for passport photos, and they'll get them done. Get the passport photos done. And then you have to have them notarized by someone you know. And you shouldn't have to pay for notary. That's, at least in Canada, we don't. But that's what I'm saying. Get your passport photos done. Get them notarized by someone who knows you, right? Someone who knows you well, because they have to verify your identity. Yes? So, once you've done those two things, pull up the form online and see what they have going on. You might be surprised that it might be a lot easier than you think it is. So that's the thing. That's the goal. You're creating it. You're making your way towards it. That's all you're doing, is creating the pathway for it to come to you. Like an elephant, actually. Elephants are known for clearing the brush to make a path. So don't spend your time fretting and worrying about, how am I going to come up with the money to pay for a passport? That's not what you want. You're getting caught up in the devil is in the details. You're getting caught up in the small things. The way opens before you every single time when you use the law. It's like a bulldozer. It really is. It just barrels through everything. And you're like, I didn't expect it to happen that quickly. Right? Now, here's something you can also do. You want to travel. You want to travel. Where do you want to go? Where's your destination? Have your destination in mind. If you see it on the map, pin it. Look at different places you can go to. What do you want to see when you go there? And while you do that, you see, your body begins to get a sensation of excitement. You know what it's like to travel. You got your phone out, you got your selfie stick. Whoever you're going to travel with, you're with them. You're excited. You're putting together your collage of all the pictures you've taken on your trip. Passport is not a problem. Because the passport is just a pathway for you to travel. It's not the destination. So look at the destination, which is, where is it? Do you want to go to Greece? Do you want to go to Paris? Eh? Or are you going to London to visit the Queen? Which one is it? Hey, we don't know. Pick a destination. And the passport will unfold. The money, everything will unfold for you to get your passport. But your first step is go get your pictures done. That's your first step. Get the pictures done. Because why? You don't want to be in a position where somebody says, oh my God, I won tickets and we're going somewhere, and you don't have pictures for your passport ready? Get ready. Don't wait for the passport. Get ready and it will come to you. But I'm going to preach on that anymore. Make sense? So these are the things that I'm saying to you today that we get to do. We get to use the law. I know I looked into my DMs and they're not quite ready with theirs yet. They're not ready to share it yet, but when they're ready, they will. That's why I say, stay the course. Keep your focus. Because remember what you're doing. You're not waiting idly. You are preparing yourself for your trip. You are in Barbados. Right? According to Abdullah, you're in Barbados. Right? Does that make sense? Are there any questions before we go, so that we just get this sense of, oh my goodness, I can do this? You see that sensation in your body of I can do this? I want you to pull it up. I want you to pull it up right now for me. Pull up that sensation. Because there's no time like the present to practice, is there? No time like the present to practice. Oh, look, the bowl is out. Pull up that sensation. That sensation of what you heard today for testimonies. How did that get you all fired up to know that, oh, I can do this because I'm living the law every day? My Lightbringers. Is that our community name? Lightbringers? Oh, You never know, but I like it. Spontaneity is a good thing, light bringers, because that's what you're doing. When you live by way of law, you bring your light to the world. You can't even hide it, you can't even dim it, because that's what happens to you. You are in the shadow of the Almighty. That means the light is shining on you and you are radiating with it. Light bringer. But I don't know. We'll wait. Cyber, you like that? I like it too. So, as long as some of you are driving, some of you are driving, okay? But if you can bring up that sensation right now and just hold it, I'm gonna ding the bowl for us. I trust you can hear it. But I'm gonna ding the bowl, you hold the sensation, and you let the sensation go once the bowl stops singing. Let me do it again so we can get a fuller effect. Into the bowl. One more time. Feel that sensation. There you go. Whenever you want to feel discouraged, whenever that comes up, because we're alive, right? And we're seeing things. When you get that, oh, why? When you get that, stop and employ the law of polarity right away. You say, wait a minute. Okay, I'm here now. I want to be over here. But you see, I'm doing all of these things in between that point me direction of where I want to be. Ah, okay. I am sure there are opportunities in here that I can see. Well, I can see opportunities. You start to see opportunities. Neville Goddard calls it the bridge of incidents. So that's what I want to leave you with today. Remember, you're not waiting idly. You are preparing yourself for what? The interaction, to be able to live your lifestyle. The lifestyle doesn't happen because you snap your fingers. You know a man by his habits. What are habits? Habits are behaviors that we do day in and day out. And because we do them day in and day out, we become those things. So to become a woman of confidence, to become a man of confidence, to become courageous, bold, whatever, you must practice those behaviors. That is what you are doing on a daily basis to get you where you need to go. And all the little synchronicities and coincidences, because we like those fancy words, all those little things will show up. And because you are pointed in the direction that you want to be in, you will see them and you will take full advantage of them. And then you will say, oh my God, that was easy. Oh my God, I just manifested something. Yes. Manifestation is a byproduct of creating a lifestyle. Fancy that. The all is tomorrow. The workshop for the all is tomorrow. Well, mixed genre, did you see that in the chat? They still do it at the post office, birth certificate and driver's license. So there you go, mixed genre. You got some work to do. Just go get your stuff done, right? And it'll be easy for you. My mantra to your haters: mixed genre. If took the time to write a mantra for your haters, where is your attention? Your attention is on your haters. If your attention is on your haters, what are you going to experience? Mixed genre? Pray. Tell me, what will you experience if you have a mantra for your haters? Let that just linger there for you. Let it linger there for you. And then tell me if you want to have a mantra for your haters. All right. Just a thought. Because we know what the law says, right? We know what the law says. Oh, cyber. Yes. Neville Goddard does say that. The best denial is total indifference. Things wither and die through indifference. They're kept alive through what now? Attention. You do not need to deny a thing by saying it does not exist. Put your attention. This is why polarity is so important. Where are you now and where do you want to be? And in order for you to move from where you are to where you want to be, you must turn your face towards where you want to be. So if your face is turned to where you want to be, your attention is on it because you're looking at it. That means you've turned your back on where you don't want to be. Thus, you have removed your attention and it must wither and die. Yes? That is the way. That's right. Good, bad, or indifferent. Thank you, Cyber. Hey. Cynthia, be worrying. What is the importance of food? The importance of food is to nourish your body. So the question becomes, how do you want your body to be nourished? Eat according to how you want your body to be nourished. You see, because then that takes, this is because instead of choosing our emotions, because we didn't know better, right? Trust me, we didn't know better. We allowed our emotions to just roar. But to choose your emotions means you're going to decide how you want to feel and how you want to live your life. So that when you eat, eating is a function like breathing, right? It's just a function. Then you get to choose what kind of, do you want to breathe nice and deep or right. Choose. The power of choice is absolutely beautiful, but we choose based upon what? Why we do a thing. That is why we choose. We choose based upon the habit that is underlying us. So sometimes we eat because we want to feel better. If you want to feel better, find a way of entertaining yourself. You have to use the right tool for the job. Food is meant to nourish. So if you eat to be nourished, you will realize, right? Food is, if you look at it, as soon as I said that, a mango came to mind. The color of a mango, the smell of a mango, oh, the juice of the mango. Hallelujah. Whew, right? The mango. What if there's a papaya? Oh, kiwi, mulberries. You see, food does something to you when you look at it. If it didn't entice you a little bit, pomegranates. Mind you, they're hard to crack open and not get stuff all over your shirt. But they taste good. Yeah, they taste real good. They are designed that way to get your attention. Just like flowers are designed a particular way with their vibrant colors and their beautiful smell, except the death flower. Well, it's the corpse flower. It smells like rotting flesh, but I digress. If you were eating, I'm sorry. All right. These things play a role because you need the eyes. Chewing is just part of digestion. Digestion begins the minute. Think about the law of correspondence. Digestion begins then, not when you chew, my friends. When you hear that, that might only be part one. But then part two of digestion is, what do I feel like eating? That is now what contributes to digestion. If you do not enjoy what you eat, as within, so without, enjoy the food that you eat. When you take a bite of it, ah, why would you want to enjoy the food that you eat? Because when you feel guilty about eating, it feels like sand in your mouth. It feels like sand in your mouth. It feels like a brick in your belly and weights on your shoulders. And you're like, oh my God, I should not have eaten that. And then you feel bad. But if you choose the meal experience you want to have, right? Yes, mixed genre, digestion does begin in the mouth. The salivary amylase, yes, that breaks down your carbs. Exactly. But that is the body's reaction. You see, correspondence is always happening. The thought of eating, right, will cause you to start the digestive process. The thought must match what's happening in the body. So if the thought is one of, oh yes, this is delicious, what do you think the body's going to feel like? How do you think all those nutrients will be broken down? Yes, in your favor. But if you think of, oh God, I gotta eat, man, oh, I'm just gonna make a bad choice, you start doing that, how do you think the body responds? Always remember the law. The law is happening all the time, even when you are eating, right? Well, they catch your eye often. That's why it depends on the kind of snack you want to have. If you have a food dehydrator, ripe plantain, make plantain chips. Oh, you might not like plantain? What kind of fruit do you like that you can dehydrate that is sweet? Make that in your dehydrator. I keep telling you, yes, if snacks catch your eye, have them at home. You see, it's the packaging. They have to put it in a bag to get your attention, but they stole that idea from nature. Nature has everything in a good bag already, called vibrant colors and a fragrant smell. And then a chef comes along and he's like, oh, let me see what I can put together. That is how you create, so that when you start to think of food in a beautiful way. Ooh, look at that. It's going to nourish my body. It's going to give me pep in my step. It'll keep me regular. But of course, yes, this is why you don't just eat because you've got teeth. You know what I mean? Choose how you want to be nourished, and the foods will match. And because the foods match how you want to be nourished, they will taste even better. And your function will be better as well for it. Yes, mixed genre. Sea moss, I got some in the fridge. I do, I love it. It's brilliant. You had a fresh chicken salad? Melissa, you didn't even share none with me. I'm jealous. But you know what, though? It is okay that snacks catch your eye. It's okay. But you get the overall choice. You get to decide, oh, how do I want to be nourished today? That's how, listen. Everything, if you watch creation, right? Creation is always happening because things are always manifesting. Yes, they're always being created. Perhaps if we took pleasure in the fact that we are always creating something, we would stop and ask ourselves, what creative effect would I like to have to make things more pleasurable for ourselves? Creation is not this boring thing, because if creation was boring, we wouldn't all like it so much, if you know what I'm saying, if you catch my drift. Right? Sharing is caring. But she didn't share it. Cheeky piggy. I'm have I have I ever said your name before, Cheeky Piggy? No, I don't think I have. Welcome to the space, darling. Today was about testimonies, and we had 2 beautiful testimonies, and now we're just reinforcing ourselves with the law to remind us that we always have testimonies, and they come when we say things like, what a coincidence. The minute you stop and say, what a coincidence, how synchronistic, you just manifested something. Yes, you have. I know, right? I'm like, Cheeky Piggy, welcome to the space. I just love that name. It sounds so naughty. But that's my personality, right? Because creation is beautiful. You are meant to live life and live it abundantly. If we can take pleasure in the little things, in the meeting of new people, the forming of new friendships, take pleasure in those things. Why would you want to take pleasure in them? Because your attention is squarely fixed on them. And when your attention is squarely fixed upon something for an extended amount of time, you bring more of it to you. And Lord knows we need more laughter and love in the world, don't we? We need more camaraderie in the world, don't we? Well, to get it, we gotta be it. And how do you be it? By putting your attention on things like these. Being able to laugh in a group. Lightbringers. Oh. Oh. Hang on, mixed genre. Hang on. I'm gonna pop it in the chat. I'm going to pop that link in the chat again so that it's easier to find. Oh, Cyber got scripture up in here today. One man's faith allows him to eat everything, but another man whose faith is weak eats only vegetables. Abdullah lived by way of that. Because Neville used to marvel at the things that Abdullah ate and how much he drank. And I'm not talking like Sprite and Coca-Cola. I'm talking the brown liquor, the whiskey. Oh, Abdullah? And there's a reason for that. It is remember what scripture tells you, right? And you'll see the law in it. The way you feel about the thing you eat, it has to behave that way in your body. Because you are telling your body how to behave. You are training your body to behave in a particular way when you eat a particular thing. Pavlov's dogs, he trained them to salivate at the tinkling thing of a bell. Now, how did he do it? He put the steak in front of them. Stay. And he would ring the bell. Salivate. Put the steak. See the steak. Salivate. Ring the bell. He took the steak away, rang the bell, and because they associated the bell with the steak, they salivated. So every time we do something like that, when we program ourselves to say, oh, this is bad for me, I shouldn't eat it. And then as soon as you eat it, you feel guilty. And then not only do you feel guilty, we know how guilt feels. Catholic mothers are great at making their children guilty. Anyway, I digress. But it's the way you feel about a thing. Perhaps this will... Ooh! You mean to share here in StreamYard with me? That's the link you mean? Hang on. Oh, I hear what you're saying now. I hear what you're saying. There's that one. Um, I think I should be able to pin it in the. You're making me think outside the box. That's what my bestie would always say. She goes, Angela, you think things are hard all the time when I'm trying to help you here. You think it's hard. But if you think it's hard, then it has to be, yes? It has to be. But that's what I mean. So if you're gonna, yes, yes, according to science, mixed genre, but according to law, as a man thinketh, therefore he is. It is the thought that governs all things. Because why? The universe is a mental creation. So, um, oh wait. I'm trying to do these things. Um, let me see. Maybe I can do that. Dee 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 dee. I don't know if I can, but I'm learning here. If I right click on the link with the Discord, I can pin it. Uh, I don't know. StreamYard's kind of funny because I know sometimes I did it, mixed genre. I did it. Thank you. I learned how to do something new. I learned how to do something new. I did it. I pinned the Discord link. All right. I'm a quick study. But what I was going to tell you is, what if, because you see, sometimes we we forget to use correspondence because we think, oh, it only matters for certain things. Correspondence happens for all things. What if, per se, you had, I don't know, a lover, perhaps? If you walked into the room and you saw your lover, and you thought to yourself, they so nice. Oh, look at how handsome. Or look at how beautiful they are. I just bite you like a tender morsel. If you walked into the room, yes, and you saw that person, and you responded that way, what do you think your intimate interaction would be like? Pleasurable, would it not be? But if you walk into a room and you say, you again, just go somewhere about yourself. Just go somewhere. I didn't want to see you. What do you think the interaction will be like? It all has to do with here. If you do not feel beautiful about yourself, everybody's beauty is not the same. Well, how do you know? Carnations don't look like roses. I think carnations are lovely. They have a beautiful, spicy smell. Lilies, oh, Easter lilies, now those are beautiful too. Every single flower has its own beauty. So does every single person. They have their own beauty. And beauty is where? In the eye of the beholder. When I look upon a carnation, I think it is beautiful. When I look at a rose, I think it's beautiful. When I look in the mirror, I think I'm beautiful. And ain't nobody can tell me different. Because how I see myself is what is most important. Right? Think about this. Because if you feel beautiful, you behave like you are. There's a difference between being, because, mean girls. That's an insecurity. But if you're beautiful, what happens? You see the beauty in everybody else. You see the beauty in everything else. And thus, you treat others as though they too are beautiful. correspondence every single time, right? This is law, Lightbringers. Oh, I think that was the name, yeah. But like I said, it just popped out. There's Law Liver too, but nah, I don't like that one. I like Lightbringer better. But all I'm saying to you today is this: the law is beautiful. And when you get around it, it lights you up on a cellular level. Yes, mixed genre people do treat others the way they feel about themselves, because the way you feel about yourself is the way you will speak to yourself, and the way you speak to yourself is the way you will speak about yourself, and the way you speak about yourself is the way you speak to and about other people. As within, so without. Correspondence. So that's why it doesn't matter what you're going to do. If you're going to speak to people, if you're going to sing, if you're going to create your artwork, it doesn't matter what you are going to do. Do it from a place of love. Of who? You. That's it. Always come from that place of the law. And when you do it, you'll begin to recognize how beautiful the world is, in spite of what we're living in. See, you're in it, but not of it. Oh. Anywho, I don't want to keep y'all long. I just wanted to tell you that. Oh, snap. While I'm here, let me copy the link for y'all. You can you can find me, because you know I'm a narrator. Yeah, I'm working on that. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there's 2 subscribers for Angela the narrator. I know I'm one of those people. Let me do this. Can I share it? So that hang on. Let me see. I want to find the link for you guys so that you can follow me there too, because I'll be, yes, a place of unconditional love. Because unconditional love does not judge. How do you know it doesn't judge? It tells you, as within, so without. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Which is totally up to you. You don't need to be judged for that. It's totally choose. Deuteronomy 28. Cyber, where are you at? My scripture, my fellow scripture mate. Right? That's what it is. So, if there aren't any more questions, go forth. Go forth and live by way of law. And know that because you are living by way of law, you are always in alignment with law. And your life will always be ordered. Live by way of law. That's the beauty of what we have, my friends. Yes, cyber scripture mates. Hey. All those years of Sunday school came in handy, didn't it? Only just to show me where the law is. I hear that. I feel that. But it's just one of those things, right? I see you. I see you. So, Cyber, Melissa, Mixed Genre, Cynthia, Anot, thank you so very much for your testimony. Let's see who else was here today. Cheeky Piggy was here today. Cheeky Piggy, thank you for bringing a smile to my face with that name of yours. I wonder if you're from the UK somehow, or with British roots, because cheeky is not necessarily, maybe you're even Southern, because cheeky is not a word that we use in North America. Oh. I was reading something and they said, oh, I was dismayed. And I said, what? I'm like, that's British, because, and of course I looked, I had to scroll up, and true enough, they were. So Cheeky Piggy was always here, or she was also here, or he was also here, I don't know. Melissa was here. David, oh my God, I did not say David's name. David, are you still here? Oh, I missed saying your name, David. You were here. Who else was here today? That let me know they were here. M was here, so E.M. Velez was here. Shea Butter was here. Empress Ella was here. Soul of a Man shared. He was here today. The Better Man was also here, and he shared his testimony as well today. K Frame was also here. There you go. That's everybody who made themselves known today. They were here. You did? You asked a question? Okay, wait. Why is love so difficult for people to express in this world? It's not that it's difficult. You know what it is? It's that they have been, when you spend all day, every day looking at your problems and complaining, what are you going to see? You're going to see more of those things, more problems, more things to complain about. The reason why there isn't much is because that's not what we're looking. We're not looking at unconditional love. That's why it is so hard for people to express it. It has to be within you first, as within, so without, in order for you to express it outwardly. And because people, this is why I tell you, when we spend a lot of time looking at the news and our timeline for, the latest on the, when we look at for those things, we can't see love. Where can we see it? You're never going to see it if, oh God, my life sucks. I don't have enough of this. Nobody likes me. Where are you going to see the love? You've got no time for love. That's why it's so hard for people to express it. Because they think, oh, ain't nobody got time for that. Right? That's what we say. These bills aren't going to pay themselves. I have a lag in my Wi-Fi. That's the problem. We say we don't have time for love. Love's not going to pay the bills. That's why they don't have it on the inside. Because every time we look around, war, rumors of war, drought, famine, every time we look around, that's what we see and that's what we're told. But you got to understand, this is why I tell you, memorize the law so you can recognize the law when you see it. If every time you go out into the world and you see war, rumors of war, famine, drought, plague, bankruptcy, what's happening? What's happening? A projection is being sent towards you. And if you notice, when that projection comes towards you, emotionally it does something to your body. You feel it in your body. And you become to get what? Worried. Oh no, what if, worst case scenario. That is the law of gender. Something is being projected towards you and you allowed your delicate, feminine mind to be impregnated by something random. That's why people can't show love. Because they're busy giving birth to undesirable things that add to torment. That's why. As long as you listen, you're living in this world, we're going to see and we're going to hear. But we have to make the conscious choice to say, How can I bring more light to the world? Light bringers. You bring more light to the world by living your life in the law. That is how you bring more light to the world. Because when you bring more light to the world now, when you bring more light to the world, you know what happens when you turn the lights on, right? Roaches scatter. Which is, I'm not calling people roaches. Bad is what scatters. Chaos is what scatters. Thus, roaches. See the comparison? So when you bring more light to the world, you have to understand you're going to be seeing things. You're like, ugh, maybe I should have hit that light. No. If you bring the light to the world, now you see what you need to clean up. And we do Care Bear stare, right? We emit Care Bear stare, love, and we project it out into the world. That's what we do, light bringers. More and more it's growing on me. So you see, I trust that answered your question, David. Yes, I know. I didn't even see a Sonia either. Oh. Well, anyhow, my beautiful friends, let us part here. And remember, you always have a testimony because you're always living by way of law anyway. Good, bad, or indifferent. We are always living in alignment. Always. Well, how would you know? Oh no, nothing good ever happens. That's because you've got your eye on the wrong thing and you keep recreating that. As within, so without. You're always according to law. So change your perspective. What do you want to experience instead? And that is where you put your attention. You must always turn your face towards the thing you want to see. Well, how else would you look at it? Because eyes are forward facing. So you must look at. Give your attention to the thing you want to experience as opposed to complaining about the thing you do not. Because if you complain about the thing you don't want, your attention is squarely on it. And then what does the law say? The law says, oh, as within, so without. You're looking at that and you're complaining. Here's more. So you see, we are always living by way of law and we are never punished. Nor are we rewarded. Ever. We just live in alignment and we choose the experience we want to have. That is where I will leave you. You know I love you. I love you, love you, love you. And I'll see you again, light bringers. Oh, snap. I love you. Oh. Oh. That's, oh, I'm learning too. Mixed genre, I know you probably think I'm nuts. That's okay. I fully embrace all of me, including the bats in the belfry. Just scrolling through the chat to see that we got everybody. All right, y'all. Alrighty. Shoot. David, you see, I didn't want to use that analogy, but that's what happens when you turn the light on. Right? But the roaches represent the things that the roaches represent the energy that needs to be transmuted, the chaos that needs to be ordered. That's what the roaches represent. So when you bring your light and you let your light shine before men, you are bringing the undesirable to the surface so that it can be made into the desirable. Transmutation. Change it from one form to another. You see it? One form to another. Listen, you guys, man, y'all are awesome. You are awesome, and I love you. Truly, truly. And I will see, parting is such sweet sorrow. If you leave me here, I'll talk to you all day. You'll go and come, and I'll still be here. But I am going to go practice and see what I can come up with Linktree. Shea Butter, aw, you are so welcome. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I do, I love it. I love it because if only people could see how beautiful the law was, they'd do it. Until the next time, my beautiful light bringers, I'll see you all. We are bringing the undesirable to light so we can transmute it. That's what we do, light bringers. Oh!